Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and today I'm going to be doing a Mill Creek review for you. The movie I'm going to be taking a look at is The Stranger Beside Me, the Ted Bundy story. But before I get into my review, I wanted to thank Mill Creek for sending me this copy to review. I'm going to be leaving their links in the description box below for their YouTube channel and also their official website. Definitely check them out. They are really stepping up their game. And this movie is awesome. I'm just going to say that straight out. I really enjoyed this. I like true crime. I like movies about serial killers. And this is done incredibly well. And it's one I had never seen. Now, The Stranger Beside Me is a 2003 movie, which runs approximately 90 minutes, and was a TV movie. Ann Rule presents. Now, Ann Rule was considered Ted Bundy's best friend, and I believe this was adapted from the book that she wrote. Now, this was directed by Paul Shapiro. He had done a lot of TV, and it stars Billy Campbell as Ted Bundy. He was in Gods and Generals, Gettysburg, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. It also stars Barbara Hershey as Ann Rule. She, of course, was in Insidious, Parts 1, 2, and 4. Riding the Bullet, Black Swan, and a favorite of mine, The Entity. Incredible movie. And finally, Kevin Dunn as Dick Reed. He was in Stir of Echoes and Blue Steel. Now, this is the story of Ted Bundy, and from the research I've done, the documentaries I've watched, the nightlines that I've watched on serial killers and Ted Bundy, from what I could gather, this kind of seemed pretty on point. I mean, I know there was a few things that were discrepancies with the film, such as he drove in this a 74 VW Beetle that was red. His VW Beetle was actually beige, and it was a 1968 VW Bug. So, you know, little details like that really, I don't know. I think it's nitpicking, but it didn't bother me. It was just, you know, factual history. So, basically, this is the story, like I said, of Ted Bundy and his friendship with Ann Rule, played by Barbara Hershey. He seems like a very normal, charming guy, and they're trying to get to the point where they find out eventually when all of this started for him, when he started abducting women and torturing them and killing them. It's very, very interesting and pretty accurate. And that's pretty much all I can say about this one. If you know the story of Ted Bundy, you'll definitely appreciate this. And it comes from a different place. I mean, you do get the perspective of Ted Bundy, but you also get the perspective more so of his friend Ann Rule, who was a former police officer who was also involved in the investigation and kind of had a clue pretty early that Ted Bundy was the killer, but still had this friendship with him that she didn't want to betray. The dynamic is pretty cool. So, like I said, thank you to Mill Creek for sending me this. And if you're interested in serial killers, maybe a lighter story, because this is a TV movie, it does have some language, but it's not overly violent. You do see him torturing women a little bit, but it's not overly graphic. If you're interested in serial killers, definitely pick this one up. I think you'll be really, really surprised like I was. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.